Hey there, and welcome back to 7-Minute Books. I'm Sam. Today we're talking about Michael Beschloss's Presidents of War, and the question I keep asking is how much of a president's wartime decision comes down to character rather than policy. Sophie, what stayed with you?
Hey there, Sam. Presidents of War is such a humbling book. Beschloss shows how 8 presidents faced the same terrifying burden, and in every case, their deepest strengths and flaws came out under pressure.
It starts with James Madison, and he is such a strange opening act. He was a brilliant constitutional scholar, but he was introverted, sickly, and the last guy you'd imagine leading an army.
Yet he had to respond when the British started seizing American sailors. He felt national honor was at stake, even though the army and navy were in terrible shape.
So he pushed into the War of 1812, and it went badly. The British burned Washington, and Madison had to flee with a spyglass to watch his capital burn. But the country survived. Beschloss says Madison's constitutional endurance was the real victory, not any battlefield win.
So the first lesson is that a president doesn't have to be a military genius. Sometimes just enduring a crisis is enough.
And then James Polk shows the opposite danger. Polk wanted a war with Mexico, so he sent troops into disputed territory, knowing a clash was inevitable.
When the clash happened, he went to Congress with a story about bloodshed on American soil. It was a half-truth, but it worked.
The military campaign was a success, but morally it was a disaster. Lincoln and Thoreau both condemned the war, and the slavery debate exploded. So Polk got California and New Mexico, but he also helped light the fuse for the Civil War.
That's the terrifying part. Effectiveness isn't the same as leadership.
Which brings us to Lincoln. Beschloss refuses to make him a saint. He was deeply unsure of himself and made terrible military appointments. But he grew into the role, and the Emancipation Proclamation turned the war into a moral crusade.
And he paid for it personally. He'd sit in the telegraph office waiting for casualty reports, feeling every death.
That's why he's the archetype. True strength in war isn't bluster, it's compassion and patience.
Then Wilson arrives, and he's almost the opposite. He hated war and won re-election on keeping us out of it, but within months he asked Congress to declare war on Germany.
He thought he was fighting a righteous crusade, but that same righteousness made him crush dissent at home with the Espionage and Sedition Acts. People went to jail just for criticizing the government. The real danger isn't cowardice, it's moral certainty.
FDR learned from that. He waited, prepared the public with fireside chats, and let Japan attack first.
But he also interned Japanese-American citizens. The book forces us to hold the hero and the villain together.
Truman inherited the atomic bomb, and his bravest act was firing MacArthur, which reaffirmed civilian control of the military.
That decision contained the war instead of expanding it. Sometimes the bravest move is not escalating. Then Johnson, and this is the hardest chapter, he escalated Vietnam out of fear.
He lied about the Gulf of Tonkin and watched his great society collapse.
By the end, he was wandering the White House in a bathrobe, unable to sleep.
And he chose not to run again. It's a devastating portrait of a man trapped by his own choices.
So the real threat across all 8 presidents is character, not strategy. And that makes the whole book feel like a warning about the people we choose.
And that's why we should ask about a candidate's soul, not just their resume.
And that's why this book feels so urgent.
It really does. Beschloss leaves us with a gallery of human choices, from Madison's endurance to Johnson's despair.
And that's the one thing I'm taking away. The Constitution gives a president immense war power, but it can't give him wisdom, humility, or courage.
Honestly, if you want to go deeper, the whole 7-Minute Books library is over at 7minutebooks.com/app. It has over 6,000 fiction and nonfiction titles you can read or listen to in any language, and plans start at $2.99 a month, $9.99 a year, or $19.99 for lifetime access. Presidents of War leaves you with one haunting idea, and it's that the person in the Oval Office has to carry the weight of every life lost. We need to make sure that person is worthy of it. We'll see you in the next one.